well, we don't really need spoiler-free thoughts on this because, I could see you watching them in episodic order, but just to say, I guess, before we dive into it, this episode was really fucking good.
Yes, sir.
This episode was fucking amazing.
Tell me right now, did you feel like it was 40 minutes when you were watching it? Like, legit. Rachel and I were watching it. Dude, it felt so short when we watched it, but it wasn't. It was like a 40-minute episode.
Yeah, it was a typical,
it flew by, and I was
length.
like, oh, this was good.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah. It
made the first 2 episodes look like garbage.
Yeah, I think, though, honestly, by the end of this show, I think retroactively the first episode won't be as bad as I thought it was.
Maybe,
because I think there's some stuff that looking back is going to be like on a rewatch. It might be a little bit more more interesting things to spot because maybe the reason it seems so awful partially was because like it's throwing a lot of stuff at you that you don't understand yet. So possibly I'm thinking like with rewatch with the context of the whole series, it might be a little bit more stomachable, but anyway, this episode is great. So we're gonna talk about spoilers now.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're probably not watching this if you haven't seen the episode.
Yeah.
But before we dive into it, leave a like on the video. Subscribe. We're gonna do every episode. Every Wednesday.
Yeah.
And we're talking about so all the Spider-Man movies, all this stuff. We're doing.
Yeah, we're doing it. We have a bunch of stuff just planned.
Yeah, everything. A lot of stuff's coming. Okay, so 2007.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, I don't know what the significant. Why does
it
need
need
to?
Date,
I don't know what we need to know. This 2007. Maybe it'll have importance later, but
I doubt it.
2007 isn't like an important year in the MCU, is it?
No, it's not. It really
isn't.
I don't think so. But
she's deaf.
Yeah.
And she's going through class and all this. What?
2007.
Yeah.
Did we miss something? Did they do another time skip when her uncle or dad died?
Yes. She was like fully aged then. What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry, I spaced out for a second because I was thinking, but no. It's because the uncle looked the same, even like all those years later. They just gave him a little bit more gray hair.
Well, that's her dad.
Her dad? No, it's her uncle.
No, that's her dad. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
So as soon as I saw him and they started talking, I was like, yeah, Ronan definitely killed this guy.
Yeah,
I was like 100%.
It's so funny
he was always going after at least in Endgame, they only show him going after like Japanese mafia.
Yeah.
Which I guess he isn't. He's still tracksuit mafia.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But I was like, yeah, he got killed by Ronan, 100%.
Yeah. And it's funny because I was talking, we were watching, I told Rich, I was like, watch, they're going to like kill him on screen. There's going to be some misunderstanding. And then it shows Ronan.
It's not exactly a misunderstanding.
No, it shows Ronan physically. And I was like, okay, never mind, scratch that.
No misunderstanding there. Yeah.
But yeah, there's absolutely, he killed him.
There's only one way to read it.
Yeah.
He murdered her dad. He says in this conversation with her, dragons live in a different world. I was like, oh, do they now? Another world, you say? Who is this guy?
Yeah,
how does he know?
But check this out, right?
He's just saying bullshit.
They actually had some really nice, like, heartwarming moments in this episode.
I loved her backstory.
Yeah, me too.
I was super
Absolutely.
into it.
Yeah, me too. I was like right off the bat just into it.
I really am interested in her character a lot.
And I love everything that they did in terms of deafening our audio.
Yeah.
That was
for
great.
Sure.
That was like I love when they do that kind of stuff. They deafen our audio every time there was a deaf character on screen, which was amazing. Like it's really well done. It's very well played, especially later in the kitchen scene.
Yeah. So so I'm gonna say potential. I'm going to put a time code in the video so you can skip because I'm gonna talk about something that I'm fairly certain is happening soon that they've teased now in this episode. I think teased. So I'm just gonna put a time code. If you don't want to hear about what I'm fairly certain is going to happen in the show, just kind of skip that because it's probably going to be a spoiler when I talk about it. So, okay, here we go. Did you notice? Okay, so they're in the martial arts ring.
Yes. I think I missed it.
Did you miss? They're in the martial arts ring, and she goes over to her dad or whatever, and her dad's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go. Your uncle will come pick you up or whatever."
Oh wait, are you talking about with? No, never mind. I missed it. Go ahead.
So he walks away, and this guy. I'm assuming it's the uncle, especially later.
Because they did say uncle.
Especially later, I'm pretty sure it's the uncle because he comes up and he puts his hand on her or whatever, and then they leave.
Yeah.
Did you see who that was?
I missed it, dude. 100%.
They don't actually. I mean, I'm assuming. I might be wrong. I might be wrong, but I'm fucking pretty sure it's Kingpin.
Oh,
it was Kingpin, dude.
Think so?
It was him. The way he moved, he's wearing the all black suit. He had like a chunky hand.
Oh,
it was totally Kingpin, dude.
Did I look away when that happened? Like,
no, it's so quick. He's just like, yeah, Uncle, come, and then like, just like from here up, This is great for audio podcast. Just from like waist to like neck or not like below the neck, like middle of his chest. They show in a black, like all black suit. And then it cuts to her, and he puts his hand on her, and he laughs a little bit, and it is totally his voice. It's totally his voice.
It probably is. To be fair, you also recently watched Daredevil.
Yeah, so he's fresh on my mind. So like, for me, when he walked in, the way he moved, I was like, "That's the way he moves."
Yeah,
like, that's just like
dude,
I could tell.
Gotta be. You're probably right.
And skipping ahead a little bit though, but they say something about like when they're having a conversation. In the future, like after the aftermath of the battle, he's like, Uncle's gonna be pissed if he finds out what we're doing.
Yeah,
it's fucking Kingpin. She's niece and nephew.
Yeah, has to
although
be.
I don't know how he's related to that guy. That can't be his brother. That would be weird.
No, that would be weird.
I don't know, unless it's like, I don't know, it could be like a half brother thing. Yeah. But dude, it's fucking Kingpin. I rewound it too, and I was like, that's definitely him.
Damn.
That's
definitely fresh in your mind because it's been a while since I watched it.
Yeah, and I haven't watched season 3, so now because I was trying to get through like all the shows like in chronological order they released, but fuck that. I'm just gonna go watch Daredevil season 3.
I'm assuming you're on Iron Fist.
No. I've got through Iron Fist. I'm on Jessica Jones season 2, which is fucking mind numbing. Honestly, it's so sad.
I don't even remember it.
Jessica Jones season 1 is one of the best seasons of television.
I think we watched the first, but then I don't think we ever.
It's one of the best like seasons of a television show I've ever seen, and season 2 is fucking awful. Yeah, I only gotten like 2 episodes into it, and I stopped watching it because I couldn't bring myself to keep going. But I think I watched Defenders, which ties directly into season 3 of Daredevil. Yes. So now I think I can just watch it. And I'm just gonna fucking do it. So that way, if it is Kingpin and he does show up, if it's even connected, unless they're just saying like, this is Kingpin and he's the same actor, but it's like MCU Kingpin. It might be that. I don't know, but it does seem very. It's kind of similar. It's like Daredevil. Like I don't know, the fact that he's there in like this karate ring, whatever, like the same way.
Yeah.
In Daredevil, like him and his dad. Well, the Kingpin wasn't Kingpin. It was just some random mafia guys or whatever that he was involved in. But it's like a similar kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But dude, it's Kingpin. I think it's Kingpin. I feel very sure it's Kingpin. How many more times can I say Kingpin? Okay, spoilers over. We're not going to talk about what I just talked about anymore, just because I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. So, and then it cuts forward to the future, and she's running in.
Yes.
And everybody's getting murdered. They went pretty good with it, like splattering blood all over the windows.
Like, and shit. I'm surprised, honestly. It was good. They made it look brutal. They made it look very, very brutal.
More brutal than in game somehow. Like he doesn't. There's not really that I remember. It wasn't really like splattering blood or anything.
No, it was not. No, it's
they kind of
surprising.
It up.
It's
this
very
is a little bit more violent.
Yeah,
even though they don't show anything, but it's like seeing the blood kind of changes it. But it's a very good setup for her. And then we cut back into the present with them tied to the ponies.
Yes, and they're making fun of them. They're like, "Oh, tough guy on a pony. You like the pony ride? That's so fucking funny."
So and then there's that great moment where she talks to the guy. Yeah. And he's like, "I got my wife or my girlfriend or whatever
tickets for Imagine
Dragons concert." And she was like, "Well, honestly, it works out because now you don't have to see Imagine Dragons." Yeah. He's like, "But I love Imagine Dragons." Yeah. But that was fun. And I rewound it once just to double check, but. Do they say what her name is? It's like Maria or something like that. The deaf girl.
Oh, it's Maya.
Maya.
Yeah.
She definitely, if you look at it and read her lips, she goes, "What the fuck are you doing here?" She says,
really?
"Fuck." Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So I guess you can get away with it, but like if deaf people are watching this episode or people who can read lips, they said "fuck."
So it's funny because at times I would be reading like the subtitles or I would be like doing something else, but there's certain things you obviously catch like when he says Black Widow, you can catch him saying that. There's a few things you can catch.
She definitely said, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Probably, yeah. But I mean, it's great because, like you said, it gets away with it. This show definitely it's funny because it started off as very like comedy buddy cop, but
it's still there.
It's still there, but it's you can see where like the darker.
If what I said is true, then it might have to be.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know though.
You can see where some of the
different kind of
we'll see.
direction.
We'll see.
You know what I mean for what I talked about. So. And then Black Widow killed Ronan. Is his kind of way around it. And then he breaks out.
Before that, there's actually a really funny moment that I enjoyed where she was like, "Oh, you need me." She's like, "You're never gonna admit it, but you need me." He's like, "No, I was about to clear your name, and we were gonna be okay."
And
she was like,
everything up.
"Oh, like she's like shit."
Yeah, it would have been perfect.
By the way, I just want to say the chemistry between these two is mwah. I love it. They make this
They're also
show.
just both really great actors.
Yes, they are. They
Actor
actually,
and actress. And then we just get, I mean, I guess the best Hawkeye action there's been to date. Like, because he doesn't really get that much.
No,
otherwise.
he doesn't. Like, he got to shine in this.
Best.
This is so good. He dove off the side of that thing, and he hit the. Oh, it was so nice. He like in midair did
that nice little shot.
Then, like, I like the one where he does the backwards arrow and shoots, pins the guy.
Gets the guy behind him.
So good. There's so many.
And he did the one where it goes straight through the one guy's beard and frees her.
Yep.
And he did the quick double to pin Maya.
Yep. He also pinned the two guys. Or no, he didn't pin him, but he hit him with two arrows into the balls.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Oh yeah, he went into their feet. Yeah, that was pretty nice.
Yeah. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was so well done. Like, compared to that action scene, like, in the auction house, which was like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, this was,
and then the second one didn't really have anything. All the action in this is fucking great.
Yeah, it's
like, really well helmed. Okay. I think it might be directed by different people, though.
It might be. There's no way. There's no way. Those are very different pacings.
I saw what it said at the end, who directed it. It's like Bert and Birdie.
Never heard of them. No idea.
I don't know. I might be misremembering that, but it was something like B and B or something like that. I'm thinking it was Bert and Birdie, but I was like, who the fuck is that? But they did a great job, whoever they are.
And then, of course, this happens and they escape, and it's so funny because he's like,
oh yeah, she destroys his hearing aid.
Oh yeah, that's actually very important. Yes, so she knocks the hearing aid out of his ear, and then she crushes it. He grabs it.
Yeah.
And now he's literally deaf. He can't hear. He doesn't have the tool, which makes for some really funny moments.
Yeah.
So they go to break. They're trying to find an escape vehicle, and there's like this really nice Challenger, and she's like, "Come on, let's break this and take it." He's like, "I'm not breaking the window of a Challenger," and so they break the window of whatever the other shitty car is.
That's not that bad.
It's not bad, but so they take off, and they actually have a really, really cool.
The question is, though, why do they have such old cars? Like, such old, nice, like, 70s vehicles instead of, like, normal things.
But we have actually a very decent car chase. I actually enjoyed this.
This whole, like, one take in the car spinning around.
Did you like that?
Fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, right? I was watching, I was like, oh, this is like, really intriguing.
So
like, this
good.
Is nifty.
They did a very similar thing. I don't know, because I think it's practical, because I think it's probably done the same way. I don't know if you saw A Quiet Place Part 2.
No, I haven't seen the second one yet.
It's fucking great. They did a scene just like that. They basically invented this whole new, like, camera rig to put in a car so that they could do the whole thing. And it's practical in that movie. And I think it's the same here. It certainly looks very practical.
Yeah,
and the camera's definitely at least in the car.
It's definitely in the car spinning, yeah.
And yeah, it was so good. Really it went on for like the perfect amount of time. Yep. It was so long, you didn't get but sick not too long.
Yeah. So it was cool because what it does is it's inside the car, right? And it's spinning. Yeah. Just so for people who
it'll
like,
go in
haven't
different
seen it, but
back and
just
forth and
want to hear about it
with the car.
Yeah, it's very well timed. It's going around in a full 360. And it's perfect because you're not missing any of the action. You can see when the car pulls up to the front of the other car. Like, it's
I think it has to be practical. It looked too fucking good.
Yeah, and the timing of the stunt drivers.
I felt like I was in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And the timing of the stunt drivers is perfect.
There's definitely there had to be some cuts in there for sure. It went on for too long. There had to be like
maybe, or maybe they just did a bunch of takes and it was really well coordinated. Because honestly, for them to get that car in there like perfectly in the shot, like. It looked very well done.
It was just fantastic.
And then we get probably one of my favorite parts in this whole episode is the trick arrows. He has like this goopy
purple goo arrow.
Yeah, this purple like goo arrow.
Everything's purple, funnily enough. Yeah, even though he doesn't, do purple yet.
So we have the purple goo arrow. We have the one that it's funny because she shoots another one at the windshield and ends up like sticking like a suction cup, and she's like a plunger arrow, and it's so funny because he doesn't hear a damn thing she's saying, but she's talking to him like he hears it.
And then she does the one where it's just an explosive.
Yeah, and she's like, "You have four more arrows that are dangerous than that." Yeah, it's so good.
And then he proves they has four more that are dangerous. So then the next big one is when they have to stop the car.
Yep.
And then they do the combo arrow.
Oh my god! When I saw that, okay, so the way they tease this, right? It's like, what's he gonna do? Because he tells her, "I need you to shoot that arrow straight up." Make sure it lands on the truck.
You see the blue, like the light arrow that he has the whole time, but then it just goes around and you see Pim.
And you're just like, oh,
immediately you're like, oh, I know where this is going. Yeah, and then he does it. It's like you realize what's going to happen right before it does. And it's like
so cool. He has Pim tech arrows. Like that's phenomenal.
I mean, it feels like almost though. I feel like maybe they blew their load in the third episode. Like, what else are they going to do with him?
There's no way
in terms of action.
So yeah, we get that arrow, and then like. what happens after that? Because
they dive off the bridge.
Yeah, there you go.
And then they do.
And
the
then
thing.
he does
also
plunger,
really well done as well.
arrow.
The way they're falling and she grabs onto it. It's like just really well.
She knows because
made.
And that's not unbelievable because when she was introduced to Hawkeye, that's what she saw was him grabbing the. She knew exactly what they were doing for that. Mm-hmm. And then so he uses the plunger arrow and he stabs it, and she's like, oh, the plunger arrow makes perfect sense now because
I forgot though. He gives her an arrow right before they jump off, and he's like, use this to protect yourself, and it's a USB arrow.
Yeah.
And she makes a comment. She's like, I hope he has a dongle arrow to go with it to make this useful.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a very niche joke that most people won't get, but it was funny. Yeah. Or like, older people wouldn't get, I guess. And then they're on the subway car,
and they have a nice
and they had that nice little
moment.
bit that they do with his hearing.
Yeah, it's his hearing, but it's also to show you how similar they are as people because she literally says again he can't hear, he really can't hear, and she's like, I need to walk the dog, and then what else did she say? She said something else. Oh, he's been cooped up all day, and then so Hawkeye actually pays her an amazing compliment. He says. You
are one of the best archers.
You are one of the best archers. He's like,
you weren't lying.
Yeah, you weren't lying. And she's like, huh? And she's like, you are one of the best archers. And then she goes to say something else. And he's like, oh, you should probably walk the dog. He's like, he's been cooped up all day. And she's like, she smiles because like they're so in sync and he can't hear her.
It's good.
Yeah. And then we get to her apartment.
So.
No. We don't get to her apartment.
Who is Nathaniel? Why did I write the name Nathaniel? Who's Nathaniel?
It's his son.
Whose son?
Hawkeye.
Oh yeah.
It's his youngest son. It's his youngest kid. Jesus,
I wrote Nathaniel, but I couldn't remember who it was.
No, we don't get to the Nathaniel scene first because we get.
Well, it's in the apartment.
It's in the apartment, but they actually don't get back to the apartment. We go back to the scene where they're in the club and they're dismantling it to move somewhere else because it's.
No.
Okay,
this is first. Yeah, I have it in order.
This scene kind of like I didn't tear up, but like it like hurt.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was really well done by all the actors. Like it was so.
I mean, unfortunately, it's pretty predictable, like where it's going.
Yeah.
In terms of his family story, it's obvious he's gonna, he's gonna miss everything they planned, and then he's gonna get back just in time for Christmas, unless they go like really dark with it. But I don't think they will.
If they kill off Hawkeye in his own show, like
they don't do like a fucking Christmas show and then just
end
it on it's Marvel. It's not like The Last of Us. It's like it's gonna be a happy Christmas ending.
Watch him throw a dark curveball at us. But anyway,
I love at the end though. He goes, he's like, "I love you" or whatever, and bye. And then he can't hear him, and she doesn't write it down, but he still says, "I love you more." He knows exactly. He knew what he was gonna say because they've done it so many times. Again,
this scene is like it's so well acted because like, dude, you can tell like. As a dad, like with like Hawkeye as a dad is like broken as shit. Like, even though he can't hear his kid's voice, what she's writing down, he can tell like, okay, like damn, like he thinks I'm gonna disappoint him. Like, it's so good.
Well, but he was also like the kid was like, it's all right if you miss Christmas, and you can't hear what he's saying, so I don't know what his feeling is on it.
You can hear it.
You would be able to tell.
He sounds broken when he's saying it. You can actually hear it if it's
too low. It's too low to be sure.
Well, if you turn the subtitles on, you can actually, as you're reading it, you can hear it and you can actually put the emotion behind it because we had the subtitles on. And he was saying like, oh, it's okay, like it'll happen, but at the same time, you can hear the disappointment in his voice because it sounded very.
Well, I think, but I wonder how much he does actually I don't know how old he's supposed to. He's the youngest one. He's not that young.
He's not super young.
I think he understands to a degree
he says we understand.
that it's like Hawkeye shit.
Yeah.
So he's like, go save the world. Like it's okay. Like I'm disappointed, but you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
I feel like that's exactly behind it, but it could be wrong. Maybe he is just
no. I do think
a
he's
young
understanding.
Kid, kind of sad.
Yeah, that's what it is. I think he's sad, but he also understands.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hoping. Anyway, that would be the nicest thing. But anyway, so then then we cut back to them packing up everything, and they had their little conversation in sign language, and without getting back into it again.
Yeah,
knowing who their uncle is, I'm pretty sure is like, ooh, okay.
This is gonna tie into something nice.
It's also maybe it's just a figure. Maybe it's just like they call him their uncle.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like a to kind of keep it on the low.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's possible.
That might be what it is.
But another thing is.
So they can pretend that he's like a member of the family, So like, oh, uncle's gonna come pick you up, what I mean?
But
so it's not suspicious
when
you're like, oh, it's this guy.
So where they're setting this up and where we're thinking it's going, how would what's her name play into this at all?
What's her name? Maya?
No,
Kate. The mom?
Black Widow's sister. Damn it. Yelena. How the hell is she even going to play into this at all? I'm telling you, it's going to be at the end credit.
You know what? I think it could be.
I think it's at the end credit.
No, you know what I think it could be? I'll put another skip thing here. Spoilers real quick. Potential spoilers. Is that perhaps the lady, the countess, right? Or whatever, who's been, like, recruiting everyone? Yeah. What if she's with Kingpin?
Dude, 100% possibly.
That makes perfect sense that he might be kind of, like, working up this kind of group. He would be exactly the type of person to do that.
I like how you said it. Oh, yeah, you already said spoilers, though. So
I made sure to... I would skip around it either way. But, like, that might make sense. So then, he's going to be the one sending Yelena after them. That could make sense. Or, opposite, Kingpin's not going to show up in this whole show until the very end. He's going to be the last teaser.
Yeah.
At the very end, they're going to defeat whoever the big bad is. And then they're going to be like, oh, somebody was above him. Kingpin,
yeah. It could be very.
That's a very high possibility. Okay, back to non-spoilers.
Okay.
Non-potential spoilers because we don't actually know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
we're just guessing, but I'm pretty sure it's a pretty educated guess. I think. We had this whole Falcon and Winter Soldier thing where Falcon is like, I don't get paid for any of this. No one likes me. I'm not famous.
Yeah.
Where's Hawkeye get his money from?
Well,
because he pays for the meal, or she's like, you got to cover this.
Well, technically,
he buys other shit.
Well, don't forget he retired before S.H.I.E.L.D. got shut down. So yeah, he got like a package. He's got money.
What do you mean though? But they never got paid to begin with. So what package?
No, S.H.I.E.L.D. does. S.H.I.E.L.D. gets paid. They were government. They were government. So like anybody who actually legit worked as a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent got paid. Natasha got paid. So did. Yeah,
but
Clint.
He stopped being a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent.
Yes, and he retired.
On.
Yeah, but he doesn't matter. He still got a package. He got released
like
because of all the shit he dealt with.
Avengers.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I'm sure he saved up, and I'm sure his wife works. We don't know what his wife does.
No, she's a stay-at-home mom.
Maybe.
They show that in Age of Ultron. She's definitely stays at home and watches the kids. Who would watch the kids otherwise? Right. He's out saving the world.
I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. He's probably...
it's not necessary to explain it. It's just I would just be interested to know, especially after Falcon and Winter Soldier, where they made such a big point to say, like, they don't get paid for being an Avenger.
Yeah.
You don't get money for it. You just kind of...
I just wouldn't be surprised if he's made a bunch of money.
It looks like, probably by the end of the series, maybe the dog will get its actual name. But for now, I like Pizza Dog a lot. Pizza Dog's great. Pizza time.
It could be. It could be Pizza Dog.
Pizza Dog. It's great. I like Pizza Dog. I like it a lot. It's fucking adorable. It's an adorable
dog.
Fucking
and he smiles. Adorable. Yeah, when he smiles,
when she says Pizza Dog.
Yeah,
it's great. Even Hawkeye, we talked about. You mentioned this last episode. You're like, I wonder if that auction had kept going if they had other Avengers shit.
Yes,
even
sir.
he thought that.
Oh wait. Let's also not gloss over. Let's also not gloss over the fact that she was making him a suit, comic book accurate, by the way, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not wearing that because I'm supposed to stay low key."
It's a shame
and my wife would leave me, is what he said.
Yeah, divorce me. It's a shame that kind of. I already know what it looks like. It's like
because
it's
on
thing.
the cover.
Yeah, it's like why would you?
Dumb, dude. That shit actually
really
stupid made me mad too. Yeah.
Why not? Just
let's promote it with the suit. He's probably gonna get on the last episode.
Have her in her purple suit and have him in his black suit.
Yeah, that's dumb.
They didn't show Falcon in his Captain America suit and Falcon Winter Soldier. That was so weird. So they go to her mom's apartment to kind of like snoop and find some shit out. And
wait, hold on. Let's not gloss over the fact that I think Kate also is hinting that she realizes he's Ronin because when he turns down the suit, she's like, "Oh yeah, so would you wear something black and maybe hooded with a black mask?" And she's like, "Yeah, you can't really say who Ronin is, right?
No,
you're too close or something." Like she hints at like
maybe I think she's not sure about it yet.
She's not sure, but
I think she's not sure, but I think she's gonna figure it out soon.
Yeah.
Because at first she's like, so Ronin's someone's close to you, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
But then I think when she's saying, what if it was all black? I think she's just talking about his regular suit. Because his regular suit is all black.
No, because black. I would think that too, except she said, oh, with a hood and a black mask.
Well, I think that's because the suit that she's making for him now already had a hood.
No, I'm telling you, it's because she was mentioning Ronin. I promise you.
Yeah,
that's what she's hinting at. Because then,
but the suit she designed for him would have had a hood. So I thought.
It's
she's
more
just
like
it'll still have the hood, it'll still have the mask, but it'll be all black.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you. I promise you. I promise you. Whoever watches this, the two people that watch this, you probably
really
agree with me.
Because that's such like a basic, like obvious thing where there'll be like, oh, in the middle of the show. She'll find out he's Ronin, and her idol will be broken, and then you'll have a couple episodes or like an episode where they're split up, and then they'll come back. That's like such like I don't think
there's.
We'll see.
I actually think they're gonna divert us from that and do something completely different. Because she's not dumb. She's smart.
So far, everything's very kind of straight edge,
Cookie
kind of
cutter.
seeming very predictable
Like, yeah,
so far. Well, I
like-
mean, they could throw some curveballs, but
We'll see.
So, yeah, I mean, that's what I was. As I was just about to say, the mom definitely killed him.
Dude.
Armand, like they
Come
just
on.
basically said it outright.
that's what I'm
They were
saying.
trying to like hint at it, but that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Is like
She's a villain.
seems pretty obvious where it's going.
Yeah.
She killed him.
Yeah.
He's like,
She's
oh,
more
so
evil.
how did you say he was stabbed again? While looking at her swords on the wall.
Yeah,
How,
that's
how
what
did
I'm
you say
saying.
he died again? By a stab wound
Bro.
from a female, my mom. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
might as well, yeah.
yeah, might as well. But unless they are trying to they're going to throw another curveball, and maybe they're trying to get you to think that. But that's I don't know. That
We'll
might be
see.
a bit
We'll
too
see.
much. So Jack, shows up at the end, and my other bet is, and this one I'm not sure about, so I guess it's not really a spoiler, but I feel like it's going to be, she's the one who killed him. Jack is actually like a SHIELD agent or someone good who's there to
possibly.
investigate her.
Possibly.
Because the fact that he's holding him at
He's-
sore point, he's going to be like, the next episode's going to start, he's going to be like, oh yeah, actually I'm this, this, and that.
Well,
and we're
it's not
all
just that.
trying to do this.
When they were reading the list of like people,
yeah.
they said he was who was it that they said was an employee
An employee of what?
of their security team. Fuck, what was the
What?
name?
List.
Yeah, when they were looking at the computer, when they originally went in there, she said we
Yeah.
can look at my mom's computer and see information on this person in security, and they found out that it was an employee. Damn it, what's the name?
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
can't remember, bro. It's literally right before Jack finds him. They're
But what do
looking
you
on the computer.
mean? Who found what name for like
What's
for
her
what?
name? Found the name on the computer for the. I can't remember, dude. Don't worry about it.
I don't know
have
what
to go
you
back
mean.
and watch it.
I might be able to figure it out if I knew what you were saying.
Kate and
She found a name
yes.
that worked for her mom. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
In the company.
Yeah. Oh, damn,
But why would that matter?
Because it's important. That name's actually important, and that's. I said.
Is
I
it a
forgot to
name
take
that we
notes.
haven't like run
No,
into
no, we
yet?
haven't really run into it.
Then
that much.
then don't talk about it. Let's just leave it. Let's leave it because I
What's
don't
the
want
name
to
at the end, dude?
know.
What
Then
was
I
the
don't
name?
want to know. Then
You should know though.
I don't want to know.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it because I want to know. What
Anyway.
the name was.
Yeah. So then the episode ends.
Yeah,
And
but there's an
another
important
nice
name in
little
there
outro
somewhere.
credit scene. And it's just like
There's no after
not
credits.
not scene. I meant like the outro credits. So
Yeah.
like the Christmas song playing. It's like this is just a fucking amazing episode.
Yeah,
this
this
is like
is really good, and I'm worried about how they're gonna
fucking,
top it.
Like right up there with the best episodes of Loki and WandaVision.
Yeah, no,
easily,
for sure.
if not close to better than some of them. Honestly,
Yeah,
like,
no, it was good.
Loki.
Yeah, I was
I don't know,
hooked.
Loki's still really good. I think this is top though so far.
Yeah.
This was very good.
Like, give me more of this for sure.
It's just so well directed.
Yeah, I think people need to give this show a try. If you gave up on the first or second episode, I
Keep
understand,
going.
but keep
It's gonna
going.
get unless
this episode's really
this
good.
is the peak and it's just
That's what I'm worried about, man. How are they gonna top that
'Cause
arrow on the bridge?
I know, because I'm gonna say it feels like they kind of blew everything they had, but they can just invent whatever the fuck they want. They can be
Yeah.
like, oh, this arrow fucking has sex with you. Like they
Yeah.
can do literally
Itches your
anything.
butt crack.
Yeah, it's like whatever they want. It's like a pretty much like a free
Yeah.
writing like cheat. Like here, now he has an arrow that can do this.
Yeah, well, unless hopefully they don't cheese that too much, but
No, but I mean it'll be fun if they use it right. So yes, this is great.
I think that's it, right?
That's
We
it.
have nothing
Just
else to say.
fucking-
Watch it for sure.
This might be the most excited I've been to watch
Watch the show? Yeah, I can't wait, dude. And the way it ended too, which is literally the sword to the throat,
Yeah.
and then boom.
I was
over.
never. I don't think. Yeah, WandaVision maybe like the first like 1 or 2 episodes. I was like super intrigued.
Yeah.
Loki, I was like, yeah, I want to
Towards
see what
the
happens
end.
next,
Towards
but
the
I
end.
wasn't like, oh my god, I have to see.
Yeah.
And then Falcon and Winter Soldier. Now,
Yeah, I know.
what was the other show? There's another show. What if?
What If, yeah.
What if was pretty good, but I wasn't like, I have to see the next
Yeah.
episode. This is like,
I have
I'm
to.
really ready for it.
Yeah, I'm ready for
Because
it.
I feel like this might be, if they do what I'm talking about, they might do. This is gonna have pretty fucking.
I don't
want to
spoil anything else because I.
No, I'm not
actually-
gonna say it. But
no,
I think,
I'm saying I don't want to spoil anything else because I can confirm that semi for you. So we're just gonna leave that alone.
But I'm just like that's. It won't. It probably won't even have because we thought Kang was gonna be huge, but it seems like he's just gonna be like a Loki.
we don't know
thing.
yet.
It seems like he's just gonna be a Loki
don't
after
know, we
the
don't know yet.
Eternals. After the Eternals.
No. I don't think that's gonna play out. We'll see. That's gonna be next phase.
It dashed my hopes a little bit that he was gonna be the next big thing.
I don't think he's gonna be the next big thing either.
And now thinking about it, it makes more sense because it's a TV show. Why would they introduce the next big bad in just a random Loki episode?
Yeah.
So
that's true.
that makes more sense now in retrospect. But anyway, great episode.
Yes.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye.